Hello everyone, welcome to the channel, and welcome back to another episode of Oxygen Not Included here on the Crunchy Citadel, our second season of Oxygen Not Included on the channel. Today is a day of cleanup and preparation. We can see that, nope, she's not in here. She's in Uranus 6, 7, 9. We'll get there eventually. And Pei is fabricating some databanks. We've got 19. We're really trying to finish up some research today to make life a little bit easier as things go on here. Namely, trying to get some better storage and, you know, solid filters and all those fun things. You know, we are trying to do some other things as well, like, well, research the whole tree would be the most ideal. But, yeah, it's taken us some time for sure. What is that? Oh, okay. Yeah, fair. We're actually almost done the tree, all things considered. And I think the next thing after researching that will probably be the jetpacks, so that we can get that done and they can go zoom. Now, we do need to build a monument too. That is something that is on my mind and all the good things. So there you go. The cartographic module could be fun too. But anyway, we're going to let Pei do her thing. I think she's still doing okay with oxygen for now. And there is, of course, you know, a smidge of carbon dioxide in there. But it'll get, it'll get deleted at some point in time. Now, main thing, though, is we got to fix up a few things. And actually, one thing to fix up is the party phone, which I think is hooked up, but shouldn't be hooked up. Snip. Because it's using too much power. So back to Cultivista as well. There's something I noticed here is the, there's a bleach stone off-gassing chlorine, which I don't want. So I am going to quickly have them go and retrieve it, because I don't like that it's doing that, and I would like this cleaned up. So, kind of a cleanup day in a lot of ways. Storage is unavailable for steel. And improving a few things as well. So glass is something else that I really do need fixed up as well. We're having to make some glass up because, well, you know, I can realize that solar panels are not the most effective thing in the world on this particular planetoid. Because we have no meters and I don't need to protect it at all, getting a free 120 watts of power during the peaks of the day is just too good to pass up in my mind. I think it would just help alleviate some of the stress here, because we've been going through a lot of our hydrogen, certainly in between when this isn't running. We've been using way too much hydrogen. So I'm just trying to set up a system that will, you know, make good use of this power right off the bat. And maybe it'll hold these off a bit more, because you can see we are using a lot of coal, we are using a lot of hydrogen. It's just we need more. So my plan is to install a few more solar panels in here, and I think how we'll do that, do we have how much glass? Oh, I can actually make 3 already, so we're gonna get started on that right away. And they will be kind of chomping up a bit of the surface here, making it flat, but I think that that's fine. They'll be all right. Now, there we go. That should do the trick. And then for the power itself, there we go. Okay, so look, adding in, you can see right now we're about probably at the peak of the day, and it's producing almost 150 watts. So 4 of them together at peak will produce 600, which is the equivalent of 1 coal generator. And that's great in my mind. I think that that's fantastic. We are making coal. I'm wondering, do we have enough coal as a resource? Ooh, we've been using a lot of coal. We've been going down in that department. What we will do, though, as well, because we've been feeding dirt to these folks here, what I think they should have is sedimentary rock. Yep, they're feeding that. They're eating that sedimentary rock as well. So that's what we're going to do there, just so that we keep them well behaved and well maintained. I do have intent to actually get them going on another one of these systems too. I can actually uproot that. I guess some died, which is unfortunate, but, you know, a facet of life. And I do want to clean up the gases in here, too. So let's just sort some of this stuff out. Oh, yes, and the bristleberries are finally going. Because we're trying to use some polluted water today, too, by planting some arbor trees and all that stuff. There's so much going on today. There's so much stuff happening, as always, around and out and about. We're just trying to make life a little bit better here because you can see everything's been quite the mess and the base needs some tidying. So, let's get started on that. Okay, I think it's time for this to head back home. I think that's probably the best thing for it to do. Are you... change? Please go home. So... she's landed. They're going to be stealing some databanks now. We're going to be doing some research, which is going to be fantastic. I have been working on fixing up the, I don't know, pip situation. Because, you know, for once, the pips are not doing well. For the longest time, we had an overabundance of pips. And now we have a severe underabundance of pips. A lot of death going on, a lot of death. So what I'm doing is I'm just cleaning this up a little bit to make life a smidge easier. I don't really want cuddle pips. I would much prefer the normal pips. But if cuddle pips are what I have, cuddle pips are what I have. So there's that. Let's see. There is still a lot of carbon dioxide. I actually turned this off because it wasn't really doing anything anymore. I do see that we have some, well, some polluted oxygen here and there in a few of these. And I think, honestly, the easiest thing to do, as much as I hate doing it, is setting up some additional wiring and putting a little cube in here and just setting it up that way. Oh, they finished their research without informing me. Look at them go. So now they've got storage cells. Okay, cool. So, yes, doing the thing. Let's just do that and then put in some oxygen deodorizer. Perfect. And I think I need to do the same thing over here. Yeah, okay. Again, I don't love having to do this, but if you gotta do it, you gotta do it. There's not much I can argue about it if there's polluted oxygen in here. I was also looking on Combustista, and they're not really doing anything right now. And I think part of the problem is that I kind of need to figure out how to cool that base. Let's see, oxygen. So they're kind of just existing right now, and that's okay. Down here, I am working at trying to make a stable. Room is too big though, so what I'm gonna do is maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, no, just 1, 2, 3 should do the trick. Let's do that because they're complaining they're too cold, so we need it to be a little bit warmer down here. But I'm trying to decide the whole situation as to how to make it warm without making it too warm. And one of them is if I produce petroleum, because that will produce heat and make this system warm and toasty. So that's my idea. I don't really know if it's a good one, but we're going to give it a shot and see what happens, because there's nowhere toasty on here. Originally, it wasn't a problem because it was warm down here, but now it is in fact a problem. So not so good, not great. But we're gonna try and keep things sort of working, operational, you know. Trying to separate the two. They're just close together because they do have the oxyferns here, which are absorbing the carbon dioxide, which you can see, by the way, is a significant change. So a lot of carbon dioxide again on this level. I don't understand why it's sitting there so hard. I think I actually just don't know. So anyway, it's fine. We're getting it cleaned up. And then look at that. We've got that going. This one going. No, it's not going yet. Whoops. Let's get that started up too. So we've got to drop off. I do need them to make more pips, because the deaths of our pips, you can see, has really crippled us on the dirt department, because we used to be sitting way higher in dirt, and now we're not doing too well. Let's get that one done too, because it could really use the jet suits. I feel like those could be helpful. The buckshots, iffy on that. So, okay. Alright, trying to get some more achievements here. That's the plan. Trying to get some more achievements. Trying to figure out how to do on Combustista, for example. I need the petrified fossil, but I don't know how to get it out because it's too hot there. I have a couple of ideas, but some of those ideas may lead to death if it doesn't work out properly. Also, this place is a mess. Holy shit. Okay, well, I've got my vote now. I'm realizing they've got Atmos suits. What I'm just going to do is I think we can dig out a few of these without issue, really and truly. I think the hundreds are fine. It might, well, I don't know if it'll cause too much of a problem. It might cause some of a problem, but it doesn't really matter. These ones here are on a little bit of the cooler side. I think we're doing okay as long as we don't touch those. I think fine so far. There's a little exchange going on. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Maybe I shouldn't have done that one. Let me get them to build that. I can dig these out, though, and that'll be fine. Or at least that one out, maybe. And they can do that. Oh, God, please build this quickly. Not so good thus far. I will get them to dig these out, though, and I know that there's going to be a little bit of exchange in a hot way, but at least we're not ripping open the 1000s, and then we should be able to research this petrified fossil. As well, we've got the spore child here, too, and I think if we drop water on the top, or oil, it'll be fine. So, let's do this. No, wait. Let's do... Yeah, that should be fine. Let's dig down. This is one of those instances where you end up saving first before you execute it. This one I'm pretty confident in being okay. I mean, it's really quite hot. But theoretically should be fine if someone could excavate it immediately. Oh wow, it's too hot even for the slicksters. Yikes. Can we emergency that so that I can close this back up because it's getting too spicy in here? Oh, yeah, that's a bit much. Somebody do that, please. Run, go, excavate it, quickly. Ah, done. Amazing. And then there are fossil components on the sides of it. Is that... Oh, there are some typical bits there for fossil. Oh, okay. So, I think what we should do, really and truly, is just lock this whole thing up, emergency style, turn that back down, and call that a day. I mean, listen, that was good. We got that one done. A little worried about it, but it was fine. We got there. So I will let them do that. They should be okay. Okay, good. And then talking about what's going on here. They're all just kind of running around doing their thing, living life. I do not love the long hair larvae. They are not so good, but that's fine. They'll live for now. And over here, we're good. Perfect. Perfect. They seem to be happy, which is nice. I just want regular pips doing their thing here. And honestly, if I need to hook that up for a little bit, we can make it happen. That's okay. Let's just put that on a 9 so that they get it built, because there's a little bit of an incubator, right? Where's the automation? The automation is set up to those. Perfect. And then let's talk about polluted water, arbor trees, that sort of thing. So we've got these arbor trees. They're very, well, these ones have been free this whole time. Freedom. They do need dirt and polluted water. The dirt shouldn't be an issue. I can't believe that this happened. Food poisoning. Oh. What? the ethanol got infected too? Huh. Now that's an interesting take. So, just out of curiosity, if I was to switch and have the ethanol come in here, like if I dumped all that cold ethanol in here and put new ethanol in there, let's try this. Okay, so we're actually going to undo it. I just reloaded because I checked, and it's a terrible idea. So we're not going to do that. This should be good. I didn't actually do anything because the food poisoning will live in temperatures below, well, minus 25. I am really disappointed that some polluted water got in there. It appears it got across the board. So somebody peed somewhere. Did two people pee? Because somehow polluted water got in here and it got in there. So they must have peed here. Gotten it in here and into here. And did it get down here as well? And in here. Okay. So, wow. That's really shitty. Okay. Did anybody pee over here since we've got that all screwed up? No, so this system's fine. Jeez. I should probably, maybe I should stop. Maybe I should lock these away from each other, because that's not good. That's not good. I can't believe that that happened, actually. This is really quite annoying. Okay, so we got ourselves set up with a stable here, and I'm hoping that these things are a little bit happier, but they are seemingly not too thrilled about the temperature in here still, which is unfortunate, but also not entirely surprising. And I'm just wondering, on the utility side here, on refinement, oil refinery turns into... Maybe I just, you know what? Maybe I just do this on Compostista. It would make more sense to do it over here. Because why would I do all of the work of setting this up when I could just send in the good resources up there? They just don't have power. Although they do actually... They do have electricity coming from this. It's just a matter of giving them some more steel and getting that set. Okay, all right. Here's what we'll do. I'm going to interrupt this line here. Or we'll put it here, actually, is we'll do it down a little bit here. Is we're going to make... Where are you? Under refinement, let's put in an oil refinery right here. And we will dig it out. This is something I am a little forgetful of. Who's suffocating? Oh, they'll be fine. They'll be fine, yeah? They should be fine. Excellent. They almost died, but everybody almost died. That's cool. But that's why we got the oxyferns in there. Sometimes you forget that carbon dioxide is going to cause so many problems, but that's fine. So back on Compostista over here, we are going to have them dig this out and build a new system here. And I'm going to set up, I think, 2 liquid reservoirs, maybe 3. Let's just give enough space to put, let's put them in like that. So there's enough room. I'll actually put them in, like, gimme. Put them in like that. That should be fine. And then I'm going to put this in here, give them some flooring and a ladder down, and then I think some more flooring down here. And that should do the trick, I want to say. I'm hoping that they behave and do what they're supposed to. And then pretty well the idea is that this will take... You know, crude oil, will make some petroleum, and we'll start storing it. It isn't a perfect system, but it is a system that I'm hoping will, I don't know, function to some degree. I think we'll do that, and And we'll set that up there. Now, again, this isn't a perfect system by any means. You know, previously we put it directly on the petroleum generator as well, because that's a oil refinery. But the oil refinery on a petroleum generator basically right off the bat, because it was easier to have it super close together. Because the first time I built one, back on the original one, it was all the way at the bottom. It was such a mess. But now we're doing this too. So let's get these little units to... How are they getting all the way over here? They're not doing a very good job, eh? So I want to get them to do this too today as a little experiment. See if anybody dies. And we might have to reload it again, because we've already reloaded once today. So why does second reload matter? So let's get this done. Let's get that on the move. And I'm going to go see as well, back on Cold Vista, what sort of research we can do. Okay, so I've got them building Brave Pluto out. But right now, just before we do... Wait a minute. Who's doing this? Who's discovering new planetoids? Was it from here? Apparently I've discovered some new stuff. Let's go to the map actually real quick. Oh, look at that. A gassy meteor shower. Chlorine. So the moo biome is a natural habitat of the gassy moo. Excellent. We do actually need that, so that is fantastic. We are presently building out a new, well, space ship, a new vessel. And, you know, its components are actually going to be a rover module. I'm going to try a rover module. We're going to see what happens there. I'm kind of interested in sending one of those out. And I was actually about to put a data bank thing here. Maybe I still will. But we're going to put in a bedroom, at least one, possibly having two people going on. And I just want to see, too, do I have the microbe musher? I do. And it was producing berry sludge. Question for me, I suppose, is how much berry sludge do I have? We've got 50,000 calories of berry sludge. Amazing. It's going to go into this rocket. Thank you in the comments for that suggestion. But what I'm going to do real quick is we are going to save, and then we're going to try this out. Although I realize it is now nighttime, so we'll wait until the morning. Alright, so it is morning time, so you folks know what that means. It's time for them to rip this open and see if we can eliminate the zombie spores in one go. So I'm assuming, who are you? Joshua. Joshua, you may be a victim today, I'm not quite sure. You might be a failure of my own creation, and for that I apologize. Let's just see what exactly happens when that rolls down. In theory, none should make it through. Some made it through. Okie dokie. So that's not ideal. Killed by solid liquid disinfected by bleach zone chlorine gas. So there is actually chlorine gas going in there. Wondering, was that a good idea? I don't really think it was a good idea. I thought maybe that would have done the trick. It killed the spore child, but it did not kill the germies. You need to lock this up because you guys screwed this up. So you got to do this. And actually, with that, we're going to have to lock this in now. So, I mean, listen, it was successful in the whole opening it up situation. Not so successful in the whole not getting germified situation. That, not so good. It appears to be existing, just chilling in there, unfortunately. Thankfully, there was a little bit of chlorine in there, so that killed it off. Really, in an ideal world, we could pump this whole thing with chlorine in itself, which would be good. And I don't think any more escaped, so I think we're good. Some other suggestions people have used were bristle blossoms, using the scent from that, and that'll cover it off. But for now... this will have to do the trick. We might need to lock this up too at some point. But because there's crude oil there, it's fine. At this point, if it does get free, that's the consequence of my own actions. So anyway, it's fine. So, okay, choosing a blueprint. Let's get some curative tablets. That's good. And then they were building out this. Okay, good. They're still going to town on it. They can't build that. That's okay. Perfect. And what does this count as? Does this count as a great hall? Amazing. So I don't know what I'm going to put here. Maybe a telescope. Let's actually do a telescope instead. We may need to change what side that's on, but that's fine. So we had a smidge of a failure over here on Combustista. As you can see, there are zombie spores in the crude oil because apparently, well, if you didn't know, zombie spores can survive in crude oil. So when I read killed by liquid, I thought all liquids. No, but there are only 4 that it can live in, and of course I used one of the 4. Had I used water, it would have been fine. So I'm sure if you're watching this, you're probably screaming inside. Much like I am. But we're not going to reload because I think that was a reasonable failure in my own way. And, you know, now I think we just need to dump chlorine in here somehow. I don't think it's really multiplying at all. I think it's just kind of bouncing around. If I can get chlorine in here and in here, I think we can take it out once and for all. As for this, I don't know what to do with that yet. Either I'm going to have to increase its mass, or I'm going to try and dump it down in its own little container thing underneath. So we'll figure that one out later. What we have done though is we have built out a rocket, which presently does not have any berry sludge in it. So I'm gonna force them, hopefully, to send some berry sludge into here because, come on folks, do your thing. And we're also gonna try sending out somebody into here in this little rocket once we get some food in there. You folks are carrying food? Excellent. So we just need that done. They're going to take care of that. And then I have set us up with a little bit of room for some arbor trees. Now, not perfect, however. I think that this is a good spot for them because it's very close to this. Keeps things pretty clear and consistent for the time being. And I think what we'll do is we'll just replace some of the flooring there. So it's taking polluted water directly from here and shoving it into there. So you can see with the piping here, right from there into there once it's got no germs in it. I am still really disappointed with this. I don't know exactly what to do yet. I'm thinking it over. I'm seeing that this is not... There aren't a whole lot of germs, so I'm wondering if they're dying off slowly. Doesn't help that there's polluted water on top of the little shit. So anyway, the more and more I'm looking at this, the more I'm realizing, you know what, maybe a new colony soon would be a good idea. We still have a few things to test out, so I can probably get a couple more episodes out of this one, but I'm thinking maybe doing a new one again might be the way to go soon because we've learned so much and I think we'd be able to get a lot more done. So let's see here. We're going to send... I think we're good. I think it's the rocket's fine. Yeah, we're going to grab... Who's the crew? Change the crew. The crew will be Pei, yeah? Is that who we send off in space? I think it's Pei. Yeah, it's Pei. Okay, so we're going to launch this rocket, actually, because we got a little bit of a rover module on here, and we're going to launch it off. So what's your range like, Pei? You've got 6 tiles, so we are going to move 2 tiles into... this module with this Ikara, and Ikara, I think that's what it's called, yeah. Ikira. We've got a gold volcano, cobalt volcano, and you know there's tundra, swampy, marsh, metallic, radioactive. So some of these are new. Oxide meteor showers would be really helpful too. That's my thought. And I think launching there would just be the right thing to do. I mean, it's really cool that we do have Calfini as well. And we've got these other asteroid fields and such. But I think it's time to go over here. So we're going to launch this rocket over there. There we go. And we're going to try and drop off a rover module for funsies. So let's see. Anything else we need to do? Status, landers ready. Additional landers must be constructed to fulfill the lander requests. Oh, it just needs iron ore. Okay, so I think that that's fine then. So let's just have them do this. They should be able to do it, I think. We'll see. We'll see. Hopefully that's all that needs to get done. But I'm a little unclear right at the moment. Okay, there we go. All right, so now we've got storage. Okay, so they need to access the center. I was a little confused there, but they seem to have gotten it. Are we good then when I go into the launch mode? Okay, perfect. So we're going to begin the launch sequence. Hopefully they don't do anything dumb. You're good. Oh, is that full of oxygen, by the way? I did actually make a mistake, I'm realizing. Wait a second. Cancel launch. Sorry. Brave Pluto, breathability is fine, but I actually need algae. I was so busy trying to build a storage tile and then I got confused or mixed up, I suppose. So let's put in, I think we can just put it right there, yeah? Somebody can do that real quick. We'll get it sorted, don't worry. Okay, apparently it's satisfied with this. I really thought I had a better system in place, but apparently not. I made a little boo-boo there, but that's okay. We are heading into a new day, and once we head into the new day, we will begin our launch sequence and launch ourselves off. All right, so launch ourselves off. Let's see what happens here. We need to get the pilot, all crew boarded. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And, of course, there it goes. So we are sending ourselves off. We're sending good old pay off to, well, the magic lands. And let's just hop into the space map. We can see them traveling around. Oh, it's going to take a while. Well, shoot. Actually, I think maybe this is a good spot to call it because we've got a good amount of stuff set up for next time. We're going to be able to launch and try out a rover and have somebody run around a little bit and do that too. It's very interesting. It's very slow, the travel, but I think that's a good spot to leave it. That way we've got something to look forward to next time around and trying to figure out what to do next before starting a new colony. But there you go, folks. If you did enjoy today's episode, you're enjoying the series, do let me know down below. Don't forget to leave a like. Subscribe if you're new, and as always, thank you for stopping by. Happy you did, and I'll see you next time.